Terrible news to wake up to this morning with the demise of KK, popular singer. Now, this death has also raised several questions on the Kolkata organizers. India Today has accessed exclusive visuals of last night's concert. You can see chaos all around with poor audience management at the auditorium. The situation was actually so bad that organizers had to spray fire extinguishers on the crowds. During the concert, KK was feeling uneasy, as is evident, and had complained of extreme heat. He was moved to his hotel room shortly after he complained of uneasiness, fell ill in the room and was rushed to the SSKM hospital, where he was declared dead. Meanwhile, politics has erupted over his death. BJP has hit out at West Bengal government for the mismanagement, saying that this type of mismanagement should not be created. Also saying that government doesn't have any control on anything.
আমি জানি না কেন বারবার এই ধরনের ঘটনা ঘটে। এখানকার পুলিশ প্রশাসন কোনো বিখ্যাত ব্যক্তি সেলিব্রিটি বিশেষ করে এলে সাধারণ মানুষের মধ্যে একটা উন্মাদনা থাকে, অব্যবস্থা তৈরি হয়, কিন্তু সেটা দেখার জন্য প্রশাসনের দায়িত্ব থাকা উচিত। এই ধরনের শিল্পীদেরকে প্রোটেকশন দেওয়া। আপনি ভাবুন, হাজার হাজার লোকের মধ্যে হলে এসি বন্ধ করে দিলে এই যা গরম, বাইরেই আমরা অসুস্থ হয়ে যাচ্ছি, ভেতরে কি হতে পারে জানি না। সেই কারণে উনি অসুস্থ হয়েছেন কিনা বা ওনার জীবন গেছে কিনা, ঘটনা যাই হোক, এই ধরনের অব্যবস্থা আর অস্বাস্থ্যকর পরিবেশ যেন তৈরি না হয় সরকারের দেখা উচিত। কিরকম যেন মনে হচ্ছে সরকারের প্রশাসনের কোথাও কোনো হাত নেই, সব ভগবানের ইচ্ছাই চলছে, যা হয়ে যাচ্ছে, এদের কোনো হাত নেই। কোনো রকম দায়সারা করে দেন, এরকম কত ঘটনা ঘটে বলে খুব চিন্তার বিষয়, খুব সাবধান হওয়া উচিত এসব ব্যাপারে।
Mismanagement of the concert was what marked KK's last concert. Pictures on your screen of KK feeling visibly uncomfortable. Right at the center, you can see him, in fact, on the extreme right side. He's being taken away by his supporters, essentially, those who were supporting him in the concert. He's being rushed out of the auditorium. He was taken to the hotel. He kept on complaining of extreme heat. He was then rushed to SSKM hospital when he complained of uneasiness, where he was declared brought dead. Fraternity has been shocked. Celebrities and fans are pouring in tributes for the very, very popular singer who passed away on Tuesday night at the age of 53. He is performing at an event in Kolkata. He managed to do so successfully, but that was his last concert. He died in Kolkata's SSKM hospital. He took ill while performing at an event in Kolkata. He is survived by his wife, a son and a daughter. The Prime Minister and several members of the Hindi film industry, celebrities, also singers, fans are pouring in their tributes for KK. In fact, yesterday he was performing in the iconic Nazrul Mancha auditorium till about late evening, about 8:30 p.m. or so. He then fell ill and returned to his hotel. When he complained of severe uneasiness, he was rushed to the hospital where he was declared dead. KK had performed back-to-back shows in Kolkata in the last 2 days. His family has been contacted. In fact, they've rushed to Kolkata. Celebrities are expressing their grief, in fact, calling it a black year in Indian music. With KK passing away, this is an untimely demise for the very popular singer at the age of 53. He died after a live performance in Kolkata. In fact, he was rushed out of the concert, taken to his hotel room. He had been complaining of extreme heat and uneasiness. Also, there was chaos and mismanagement at the concert here. And that's the reason why the BJP is also blaming the TMC for the mismanagement. Indrajit Kundo is getting us more details on that story, joining us live from Kolkata right now. Indrajit, talk to us a little about what really happened in terms of the kind of mismanagement that we saw at the concert. I mean, this is unheard of, that fire extinguisher had to be used on the crowds to control them. Tragic news of iconic singer KK's demise in Kolkata. He passed away at the age of 53 in Kolkata after a performance at a concert. He later went on to his hotel where he fell ill. He was brought to the hospital where he was declared dead. The police has registered a case of unnatural death. According to sources, injury marks are found on his face and head. His post-mortem is going to be conducted in SSKM hospital today. Cops will also talk to the hotel staff. He was feeling heavy after the performance is what we've been given to understand. Doctors are suspecting cardiac arrest to be the reason behind this death. The music industry is in shock and mourning the sudden demise of the legendary singer. His family arrived in Kolkata around 9 today. After getting their consent and body identification process, post-mortem was going to be done. Some news just coming in. This is exclusive eyewitness account of a person who was at the concert, saying there was a massive overcrowding, saying that capacity of the hall was 2,500 to 3,000, but the crowd was almost double. So why was there so much of mismanagement is the question. We have an eyewitness account of the same.
इंग्लिश हिंदी दी शुरू करी। हमारे साथ इस वक्त कुछ लोग मौजूद हैं जो कल नजरुल मंच जो मेरे पीछे है, यही है वो ऑडिटोरियम जहां पे कल मशहूर गायक केके का परफॉर्मेंस था कोलकाता में और उसी के बाद उनका देहांत हो गया। इसी ऑडिटोरियम में कल बहुत सारे लोगों का जमावड़ा हुआ था, जितना कैपेसिटी था उससे ज्यादा हुआ था ये कहा जा रहा है। हमारे साथ एक आई विटनेस है शांतंदा, आप यहाँ पे कल थे, आप कह रहे थे, क्या देखा आपने?
Actually, I came here for the last 2 days. I came also on Monday. Monday मैं पूरा था, कल मैं पूरा नहीं था, लेकिन शो के टाइम में आया था, मेरा दोस्त लोग आया था, वो लोग गया था तो मैं भी गया था। मैं फिर मतलब मेरा कुछ काम था तो मैं I got back around 7:30, मैं उधर से निकल गया। Obviously, due to KK popularity, there was a huge gathering, not only yesterday, last night, also on Monday. So there was a huge gathering. So it was very unfortunate, overcrowding. Dekhun, just a college fest. So maybe that might be the reason ke overcrowding chilo. Karon capacity. It was a full house, but
यहाँ का कैपेसिटी है 3,000। तो क्या लगता है आपको, खाली आंख से आप जब देख रहे थे 3,000 से ज्यादा तो बिल्कुल
था। more than 3,000 डेफिनेटली more than 3,000।
और वो विजुअल जो अभी वायरल हो गया, हम लोग देख रहे थे कि इतना ज्यादा भीड़ हो गया था कि फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर से लोगों को बाहर निकालना पड़ा चला के।
देखिए, that thing I think happened when that thing happened. I was inside at that time, so I can't comment on that matter. But obviously there was a huge gathering. Not only yesterday, I'm telling you, Monday, back to back 2 days. Monday, there was also a huge gathering. So that's the reason. Maybe KK, it's a huge name in India, and its popularity, this generation people.
So this audience is smaller for him.
देखिए, ये जो हो गया अभी तो लगता है small है, लेकिन मे बी देखिए, it's a totally different ball game. College fest is a different thing. And if you are arranging and such an event show, that's a different thing.
there will जगह में करना चाहिए था।
देखिए, कॉलेज फेस्ट में कितना आदमी आ रहा है, वो तो ऑर्गेनाइजर जो इधर में है उनके हाथ में तो नहीं है। इट्स अप टू द कॉलेज। और अगर कोई शो हुआ तब तो एज पर टिकट्स पीपल विल कम, सो दैट्स अ होल डिफरेंट थिंग। इसलिए थोड़ा आई थिंक
पुलिस का बंदोबस्त कैसा था?
इट वॉज ऑल गुड पुलिस था, इसलिए अच्छा था, नहीं उससे भी खराब हाल मतलब एकदम हो सकता था। हाँ, क्योंकि ह्यूज लॉ देयर वाज chaos, बट अगर पुलिस नहीं रहता तो इट वुड हैव बीन टोटली आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल। स्टैम्पेड सिचुएशन तो हो गया था, लेकिन पुलिस था इसलिए कंट्रोल हो गया।
बिल्कुल, तो आप सुन सकते हैं पिछले 2 दिन से यही वो मंच है, नजरुल मंच, कोलकाता के सदर्न एवेन्यू के ऊपर। इसी के अंदर केके का कॉन्सर्ट 2 दिन के लिए ऑर्गेनाइज किया गया था। कॉलेज फेस्ट था। आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे जो पासेस है वो अभी भी यहाँ पे गिरा हुआ है और मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा, ये देखिए केके का फोटोग्राफ अभी भी है। ये है वेन्यू नजरुल मंच गोल पार्क, तो ये है पासेस 31 मई का। तो भीड़ बहुत ज्यादा हुआ था और यही कारण है, कहा जा रहा है कि कैपेसिटी है करीबन 3000 सीट्स का इस नजरुल मंच में, लेकिन उससे कई ज्यादा भीड़ जो है वो यहाँ पे जुट गया था, जिसके वजह से पूरा जो सिचुएशन है वो बिल्कुल आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल चला गया था। जो लोग यहाँ पे आए थे, जो आई विटनेस थे, वो कह रहे हैं कि पुलिस था इसीलिए कोई स्टैम्पीड नहीं हुआ, लेकिन स्टैम्पीड काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन हो गया था। लेकिन जिस तरह का विजुअल्स हम अब दिखा रहे हैं, आप समझ सकते हैं किस तरह की परिस्थिति हो गई थी, जिससे इस प्रोग्राम के बाद के जो हैं उनकी तबीयत बिगड़ गई, उनको सीधा अस्पताल ले जाया और उसके बाद उनको मृत घोषित कर दिया गया। कैमरा पर्सन प्रवीण विश्वास के साथ इंद्रजीत, आज तक, कोलकाता।
Eyewitnesses there clearly saying that there was mismanagement, given that the capacity of the venue was just about 3,000, but there were at least double the number of people there. We have a series of reactions coming in. Listen in.
आपको कब ये समाचार
कल
मिला?
रात को सुना और जब सुनी मैं आई वॉज रियली डेवस्टेटेड एंड सैड। प्लीज लेट मी जस्ट गो एंड सी व्हाट्स हैपनिंग।
आपने तो काफी उनके साथ मुलाकात की है, लास्ट कब मुलाकात हुई थी? क्या कंसर्ट में जाने की बात थी?
कल मैं जा नहीं पाई, लेकिन बहुत अफसोस की बात है
कि उनके परिवार से क्या बात हुई है? आपकी परिवार से क्या बात?
परिवार आ रही है, अभी आ रही है।
और यहाँ से क्या लास्ट फ्लाइट कहाँ, मुंबई में ले जाएंगे?
मुझे पता नहीं, बॉम्बे जाएंगे या दिल्ली जाएंगे, सब पता हो जाएगा अभी थोड़ी देर।
अभी निकल गया पूरा समाचार ले
देखते हैं। नहीं, उनके वाइफ आएंगी फिर वो लोग डिसाइड।
चोट भी लगी है उनको?
नहीं, आई डोंट नो एनीथिंग अबाउट दैट। आई कांट टॉक अबाउट दैट। लेट मी गो देयर।
इतना सारा मतलब काम से पहले जो मैंने पहले बताया कि दोस्ती, इतना सालों का दोस्ती है। मेरे यार के शादी में गाना गाया, फिर सड़क में गाना गाया, राज रिबूट, कितना गाना, बंगाली गाना गाया है, सब गाना गाया है। और ही वॉज फिट एंड फाइन। सबसे बड़ी बात है कि ओनली 53 एकदम फिट था वो, प्रॉब्लम नहीं था। बहुत इट्स अ ग्रेट लॉस।
के साहब, यकीन नहीं हो रहा कि आप आज हमारे बीच में नहीं हैं, लेकिन फिर वही कहूँगा कि कलाकार अपने काम के जरिए हमेशा जिंदा रहता है, हमेशा हम में रहता है। आपको दिल से नमन है, एक फैन होने के नाते आपको बहुत दिल से श्रद्धांजलि है और आप अपने काम के जरिए हमेशा हमें प्रेरणा देते रहेंगे।
Mesmerizing voice and memories is what we are left with. I'm going to go across to my colleague Indrajit Kundu, tracking all of those details. Right now, Indrajit is inside the auditorium, Indrajit, where KK took ill and then was rushed to the hotel and from there the hospital.
Well, absolutely, Sneha. We are inside Nazrul Mancha, the auditorium where, famous singer KK performed his last. This is the stage where he performed last night, and then he felt unwell, was straight taken to his hotel. He collapsed there, and then finally, when he was rushed to the hospital, that was the end of it. The tragic demise of a reigning, music sensation, a music star here in India, and this is the auditorium where he was performing, live last night. In fact, what we are given to understand by the organizers is that there were two successive shows yesterday and day before where he performed at this very auditorium. If my camera person can show the other side, there have been questions raised on the infrastructure. This is the seating capacity. What we are told by the people who manage this auditorium right now is that the auditorium has a capacity of about 2,500. But what happened in reality yesterday and day before was there was massive overcrowding, and even though you can at max pack in 3,000 crowd, there was almost double of it in this auditorium, which led to quite a bit of suffocation inside, because what we are given to understand, this auditorium has been renovated just a few years back. In fact, just a few weeks back, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee was at this very dais for a state government program, for a tele-academy program. So this is a new auditorium, an auditorium which has been completely refurbished. You can see all these chairs. So these are pretty new. However, what the singer did complain yesterday was that the temperature was very hot inside. And you can understand, I was talking to eyewitnesses here, one of them who spoke to us just a short while back, and we played out his interview. He said that, you have a capacity of around 2,500, but if there are double the people, a lot of people were standing here, a lot of people were standing outside trying to enter. We saw those visuals of how fire extinguishers were used, in a sense, to disperse the crowd. And, the entire problem, Sneha, arises because a lot of people are telling us that such a concert should have happened in an open arena, given the fact that KP has such a huge fan following within, the college goers, the youngsters. He's a rage. And therefore, entire city was buzzing for this KK concert. Everybody wanted a pass. There were no tickets. So we will give you a glimpse of what exactly you required to come and watch this concert. This is the pass that one had to get in order to come and take part in this concert. It's written Utkarsho 2K22. So this is Gurudas Mahavidyalaya Students Union program. So this is the program that was organized by Gurudas Mahavidyalaya. It's a fest. It's called Utkarsho, 31st May at this place at Nazrul Mancha, Goal Park. And if I turn it around, you will see it's written free entry, not for sale. And that probably is where the entire problem lies, because when you have youngsters, college-going crowd coming in here, there is massive anticipation and excitement about a KK program. You could not control the crowd. Crowd management was a big issue here at yesterday's program. What we are also being told by eyewitnesses is that, there was a decent amount of police deployment. Had that not been done, he is saying that it would have been a stampede kind of situation at this very auditorium, Nazrul Mancha, here in South Kolkata. So, unfortunate incident, demise of a reigning, musical superstar. Of course, the family has reached the hospital. They will give a consent, following which post-mortem will take place, and then doctors will be able to ascertain the exact cause and the reason behind the music star's death. However, what we are given to understand is that the singer did feel unease. He was rushed out of the gates of this auditorium. These are the gates, as you can see. So he was rushed out of these gates yesterday. We've seen the visual, and then he was taken to, and he walked out, in fact. He walked out of these gates, accompanied and escorted by his team and the security personnel. He sat in his car. He was taken to the hotel. When he went to the hotel, there were fans who had gathered around him, wanted to take a selfie, but very uncharacteristic of him, he couldn't oblige them. He straight went inside his room, but that's when he collapsed and fell down. And he was immediately rushed to the hospital, but by that time, it was too late and doctors pronounced him dead. Sneha.
Indrajit, I'm thanking you for the moment. Coming back to you for more on that. Indrajit is reporting from inside the auditorium where the last concert of KK took place last evening.